as many of you know that have been coming to satsang here for some time, I'm always pointing people not to repress, suppress, or deny one's experience, but rather ask the question, how can I use this? So as an extension of that question, I suggested to everyone that one could use the senses themselves, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling, seeing, thinking. One could use the senses themselves to both stand in whatever the experience in the immediate moment is and turn the attention, if you will, back toward the source. And then I suggested that this could be done by noticing that hearing is happening, as an example. And I use hearing in particular because it is probably the strongest of all the senses and the easiest in some way to do this practice with. Tasting, touching, smelling, thinking, and so on are a little bit more difficult to do this with. Hearing is very clear in some way. I don't know why. But in the traditions, it's very clear that hearing is a powerful gateway, if you will. So I suggested in every moment that you are able, notice the act of hearing. So right now, you can, all of you, notice the sound of my voice, but not as a voice, not as an object, not as something that the mind needs to get engaged with, just as the simple sound. In the hearing of my voice, you have the opportunity to ask yourself, who is hearing? To use the sound of my voice to come into the here and now. You see, you are not hearing somewhere else in some other time or place. The hearing which you are experiencing in this moment is not a memory. It is what is here now. So we've already established ourselves in the here and now. My voice is also not a projection into the future. It is what is here now. So in this hearing, we are immediately present in the here and the now. So now ask yourself, who is hearing? Notice that even as you ask yourself who is hearing and I stop talking, the who is still evident, not as a person, but as a presence. The presence which is hearing. Who is hearing? And of course, you can't find that one. But now you have been quickly and easily established in awareness. Who is hearing? Each and every one of the senses and the mind can be used in this way to withdraw attention from the objects themselves. In this case, my voice is the object. But you can hear in your own experience my voice without you there as an intermediary. Is it true? You don't need to listen. Something, however, is listening. That is awareness itself. And it's not listening, it simply is. And my voice is rising in the space of this awareness. There does not need to be a me for this sound to rise in awareness. But the sound itself points us directly back to being consciousness. This is true of all of the senses. So whatever is happening in this moment, in terms of taste, touch, smell, and so on, hearing, seeing, thinking, whatever is happening, can be used to point back to that which is aware, the prior condition of being consciousness, that which never changes and is always here. So this is the practice which I gave a few weeks ago. So those of you who just joining us, remember throughout your day, people say, I don't have time to meditate. I don't have time for this and that. This is why I give you these questions. Am I aware? Yes. This does not take any time. If you notice your own hearing, you can ask, who is hearing? And look for that one. This is not a mental exercise. Look for that one. Of course, you won't find them, but you will find that which is aware. This is true of all the senses. Use what is here now to understand that the foundation, the source of being, is this consciousness, this awareness which you are. Keep doing this gently, persistently, with love and compassion for yourself and for others. You'll progress quickly. Coming home quickly. Remembering who you are quickly. soon you will see there is only one self. And you are that.